What's up, folks? Sorry about that. Had a little throat issue, which I didn't realize because I haven't been talking. What's up, folks? I'm doing a little test real quick just to see if I'm live. And I should be live on both YouTube and Facebook, but I haven't started up Facebook yet. Takes a little time for that one. By the way, I'm using Stable Diffusion. Actually, not Stable Diffusion. Sorry about that. I'm using FineTuned Diffusion. I got to get used to this. So hold on one second. I'll talk more about it, but I got to go over to Facebook real quick and hit go live. Okay, so let's make sure we're live. All right, there we go. We are live on Facebook, folks, so that is awesome. So we're live both on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. So let me see what I'm looking for. Here we go. All right. So I bring to y'all folks a sensational discovery. As you can see, this graphic that I used for my YouTube thumbnail image and stuff, this is mind-blowing. I'm telling you, folks, what I was able to find. I'm on Runway. This is runwayml.com. This is a website. It's a video editing software / AI tool, but it also generates AI images, so AI art. So it's an AI art generator behind the scenes as well, but it's much more than that as well because it has so many different elements in it and it's just super powerful. Now, this graphic that you're seeing here did not stem from this actual AI art tool or generator. It came from another one. So I was just randomly creating images off of it. And then something just told me try out Hugging Face and just look around. So I went through Hugging Face. If y'all folks know nothing about Hugging Face, it is a host of tons of AI models and different AI tools that you can utilize for whatever your use is and what you choose to do with it. So this is a really awesome web location to go and explore and to find things that might be good for you that you can definitely benefit from. Now, as you can see, here goes a graphic that I threw up recently from it. How it generated it, I don't know. I mean, AI tools are just mind-blowing, but this graphic is stunning. I mean, this is way beyond what anything that I could imagine I can generate or create or draw or anything like that. Wow. It is truly impressive. And what I was able to do with it, I upscaled it. Let me show you real quick what I did with the upscaled version. This is the upscaled version. This is the downscaled version and the upscaled version. So let me go over, let me show you real quick to, I think this is the one. Yeah. So let me just show you on, hold on one second. We'll go to my Microsoft Windows photo viewer and look at that. That is crazy. Look at the pixels. Look at the quality, the detail. All right, that's, sorry, I went to another one right there. I just skipped it by mistake. I was trying to navigate through it, but look at the freaking detail. Look at this stuff over here to the left. Every little thing is just super duper high definition, like mind-blowing. So this is generated in the Midjourney 4 style. So I'm gonna show y'all folks how to get to creating this stuff and 100% for free. You're generating this for free. You don't have to pay anyone to get these high level graphics. Like, that is mind-blowing. All right, so let's get started. Let's get you to it. And also I'll throw in the how to get it upscaled. So I'll talk about every little detail as I go through it. Now, some people may already know how to do this stuff, and some people may not know how to do this stuff related to AI art tools. So I take that into account, and I try to meet y'all folks in the midpoint zone area of what is possibly lacking in your mind and what you may be missing to know how to get to this point of where I was able to create this stuff, and using the AI art generators, obviously. So the AI art generators are helping me to create it. I'm the one that's telling it what to create through a prompt. So you have these little prompt sections on the bottom or on the top. Wherever there's a space where you can put text in, you're basically going to tell it what to do. So what I did on Runway, I kind of married both tools together. So I came up with this graphic, but the original graphic didn't look like this. It was, let me show you real quick. Bring you back in time to the original graphic. So I'm going to open it, and I'm going to open it in that Windows viewer again. And I'll show you, this is the downscaled version. Doesn't look that bad. It's actually really high quality as well. And this was the original image that I got from FineTuned Diffusion from the Hugging Face website. So pretty decent. I liked it, but I already knew that I could actually use Runway ML to take this to a whole nother level and get a full graphic. Now, in the past, that was not possible. None of this was possible to generate stuff for free like this and then get to use it how you see fit. You know what I'm saying? Now I can take any of this graphics and I can add it to anything that I'm doing on the fly. So if I have like some sort of a project that I'm working on, maybe I want to put it on some sort of a t-shirt or make it a billboard or a poster design, or make it for like an album if I'm doing music, or for a book cover or anything. I mean, it is mind-blowing what you can do today just by using even online tools. Like, this stuff is online. This is not something you have to download on your computer. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to know how to use it, and that's it. It's that simple. All right, so let's start from scratch, all right? So let me open up Runway from scratch. Let's go to Runway. So you won't be left in the dust, so to speak. All right, so this is Runway ML. When you first join it, you're gonna notice, what do I do? Can I log in? No, you can't log in right away if you don't have an account. So you go sign up. So you hit this little sign up blue button or purple button, whatever it is. And after you sign up, 9 times out of 10, you can sign up with Google or Facebook if you want to bypass putting all your information in there. And then it automatically will connect you and log you in. So let's hit login and assume that you just now signed up, right? Once you get in, you're going to be presented with this page. So there's nothing here. Do you have to start a project? In order to do what I'm doing here, you don't have to start a project. Now, you're limited to 3 projects for the free version using Runway. So I just wanted y'all folks who have no idea about Runway, that's what you're limited to. 3 projects max. If you want to go beyond 3 projects, you have to upgrade and pay for it. So for the free version, only 3 projects. But you see I have 0 projects. So let me show you the assets that I have before I go further. Now, in the assets area, I have over 1,200 files. So that means I've been doing this nonstop. So look at all of this graphic stuff that I've been working on. I've been trying my hardest to build the most highest quality graphics using it. So I've been experimenting and playing around with sports cars, concept cars, things like that, just to get the best quality pixels I can pull and extract out of the AI art generator. And I've achieved some really amazing stuff in my mind, but then something told me step outside of the box, get out of Runway for a little bit, take a breather, take a break, because I've been on Runway for about 2 weeks strong doing this. And that's how I got 1,000 or so images. As you can see, it's all over the place. tons of stuff I've been going hard on and just really trying my best to come up with the best graphics with something that people will look at and say, wow, that's interesting. And then they'll probably pass it on to other people, share it socially or whatever the case may be. If they like it, they may, want to purchase it if I was selling it somewhere through a t-shirt or some sort of article of clothing or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So if graphics is that powerful and it can get people to make a purchase, you can earn off of it. You can literally earn off of this stuff just like any artist would do as in the art arena. When they trying to create artwork or whatever the case may be, maybe they're into trying to create for NFTs, non-fungible tokens, things like that. Or maybe they trying to create for an art exhibit or an art contest or whatever it is that they're trying to create for. So now that we have this AI art tools that can help you to generate art, you can go even further, way beyond. So let me go back and take y'all back out of this part here. And let's see if I can get out of it. All right. So I'm trying to go out. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. So back to the blank screen, no projects, etc. So if you don't have any assets, obviously you have to start working on it. How do you work on it? Well, you can go into this thing known as AI Magic Tools. If you don't have any projects, just click on this AI Magic Tools option. Once you go there, it opens up a whole new world. So this is where all of the tools that I utilize for creating AI art, this is where they exist. So it is tons of stuff that you could use to manipulate images, photos, videos, and even audio, I believe, because I think there's an audio tool that's in here. Remove silence, clean audio. So they have different tools that are so freaking powerful. Things that you could not do in the past, you can do now with this AI tool that is totally, truly magical. I believe these tools fit the description of the title. AI Magic Tools, they are magical for sure, because I know we wasn't able to do this before these type of tools came about. So let's go to the tool of choice that I like to use. I like using Infinite Image. I've been using text to image. This is what most AI art tools can do. And image to image, most tools, AI art tools can do that as well. Now, Infinite Image is a little bit different, because if you want to expand upon an original graphic or original image, and you want to build like a whole entire scene off of one small speck of the image or one small segment of the image, you can do it, because AI tools and AI art tools can basically dig into many millions and millions or billions of graphics, and it's trained to be able to detect noise and pixels and the shapes and contours of so many different human-like details. Or maybe it's a robot, maybe it's animal, maybe anything in the world that's been put out there online. AI art generators and AI in general, the models that they use to create these tools and make these tools work, or make the art work, it is amazing what they can do. They can draw from billions of content around the web, and then they digitally stitch in what you want it to create, and it uses all of those patterns to reconstruct an art form. So let me just show you real quick. We're going to go to one of the graphics. Let's see. Let's say this one, because this one is one that I created over on FineTuned Diffusion. So say we just went in and created one from FineTuned Diffusion, right? Now we got it in. all you have to do is just drag this highlighted box. They call it a frame or frame. And you drag it, and then you just tell it what to work on. So what I want to do is I'll say complete. I'll just put complete. It's very simple. I don't have to tell it exactly what to complete. I could tell it to complete the car. Let's do that. Let's just say complete car. But you can type in complete and hit generate, and it will try to complete the graphic as it sees fit. And it's very, very, very fast. That's what's mind-blowing about this tool. Look what it did. It went in that fast, and it generated the rest of the graphic that wasn't there. Come on, that is just exceptional that it can do stuff like that. So with knowing that it has this capability, now you have to start to use your imagination and say to yourself, what do I want to create? Do I want to go hard, or do I want to just stay normal and average or below average when it comes to something artistic? Obviously, someone who wants to actually impress an audience, they're going to go hard as a mofo. They're going to go hard as hell. They're going to go crazy with it until they get to a point of no return, and then they'll come back and present to the audience what they were able to come up with. So that's what I recommend. Just go hard, man. Don't give up. Now, one of the things that I just recently noticed that this tool offers, now it has an eraser tool. When I first started using it, which was past yesterday, I started using this tool about, I would say, a week ago. So I was using it yesterday, last night, and the eraser tool wasn't even there. So this thing is being updated day to day, moment to moment, every given moment. So you never know when it's going to get an upgrade, and it upgrades immediately, like, because this stuff is running on the cloud, meaning that it's available online at all times. So it is just mind-blowing. So let me just show you real quick. Before I show you that, you can move through different iterations of what you wanted it to look like. So if I wanted it to look like this, I just hit accept. If I don't like it, I hit cancel. This is just crazy. It's crazy. Now look at this. I can choose to change some of the background on the fly, how I see fit. I could just leave it like this and have it have that kind of cool, stylish background. Look like a truck that's right here. And that kind of looks like it's painted as a graffiti background. I mean, this is just, it's crazy. I don't even know what to say about it in terms of how impressive it is, but it is just, this is crazy. So I'm going to go and hit accept. I think I like this point here, either this or that. Maybe I should go with this one, but this one is too much is happening here, so I may not want that. So I'll just go, just keep it mild. But I do like what it's doing. It looks like it's putting like a tattoo kind of thing on the front of the hood. That's pretty dope. I'm gonna hit accept, and then it's gonna go in and lock in. So let me use the eraser. So the eraser's right here, but it says add brush strokes. That's actually an eraser. Watch. So you can change the size of the eraser. You can make it bigger or smaller. And when you use it, it will literally omit what you want it to omit. So if I want to get rid of all of this stuff on the top and turn this into an entirely different graphic, I can do that. Like right here, it looks like a plant is on top of it. I don't want that. And now they also have an undo button. So they must have been listening to me, because I was saying in another video that I was making on YouTube, I wish there was an undo option. So your wishes is like their command. They freaking are listening. That's what I believe. I have no idea if they're watching me or not when I'm doing this live stream stuff, but it seems like they're watching. So you never know, you never know with online tools and everything. They might even be able to hear you when you're doing your live, even though they're not watching you per se over on YouTube. They might be hearing you through some other digital format that they got going behind the scenes, which you have no idea. So let's hit generate. That's kind of scary, but anything's possible. And let's see what it's going to do. I think it's going to clear up those pieces and get rid of that other stuff that I didn't want. And there it goes. It cleared it up. So you can literally go in and fix any kind of graphic that you want. You can add things that are not there. I mean, what in the world is going on? This is just, it is insanely, immensely powerful beyond measure when it comes to you being an artist or you wanting to become an artist. Now you can, even though you can't draw. If you don't have skills to draw, you never drew anything in your life, now you can, using these tools. I mean, it's really, really beyond. So we're gonna go and just hit the arrows just to see what it puts in there. See, it goes in and tries to configure new stuff. So even the smudge over here will change a little bit. So I think I want that just to look a little bit different on the top, and go accept. So this is just giving y'all folks an overview of infinite image, because you can keep going. It goes on and on and on. You have literally, you keep scrolling and it can keep building. So this is a palette that is ongoing forever and ever. You don't have to stop building your graphic if you don't want. But it would be smart to stop at some point. All right, so let me hit generate again just to show you on the far left of the screen so you can see what it does there. And after that, I'm just gonna go in. I'm not gonna use this one. I'm gonna go in and show you FineTuned diffusion, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are intrigued by that, because that's the one that's generating the high powered looking vehicles. These sports cars or concept cars or whatever the case may be, they look really dope. So hold on, let's go over to FineTuned diffusion and talk a little bit about FineTuned diffusion. So huggingface.co, not .com, is .co, is the website where I found this stuff at. I found all of that in terms of Hugging Face CO from when I first started learning about Stable Diffusion, and I learned from Stable Diffusion's details in one of the Google collab pages they had, and that stuff I can express about and talk about, but pretty much let me just go to one real quick. It says open in collab. So let me right click, open a new tab so you can see what I'm talking about. So they have these Google collab pages where you can go in and collaborate with other people who've been using it. Collaborating means that you're using it alongside other people using it. So there's tons of people on the planet that's using it at the same time, and you're sharing in the wealth of a free version as opposed to a paid version of the AI art generator / AI art tool. So you get to connect, you can connect it to your Google Drive, and when you connect it to your Google Drive, it pretty much, it authorizes you to utilize it for a certain amount of time and for a certain amount of usage. And then it runs out of GPU, and it may shut down from time to time. So what you would have to do is just go into another Google account and link it to another Google Drive and then run it again once you run out of time, and then or wait 24 hours for it to come back. So that's how that would work. So let's go back to the FineTuned diffusion through Hugging Face. With this, it's running all the time, very similar to the Google Collab, but the difference is that it tells you up here what's running. So it's running on A10G. So that means this is like some sort of a grid computer or cloud computer. It's like how would you say, GPU processing type of thing. So it's running on the cloud on another computer, and there's tons of people using it at the same time. So when it runs out of, I guess, bandwidth or space or usage power, it will turn red over here. So if too many people are on it at the same time, or if the server gets shut down for whatever reason, if they decide to time it out, you'll see that you can't use it. So that's the limitation of the free versions using FineTuned Diffusion or anything on huggingface.co. The reason why I know that is because I've been using it for a while, and every time I try to use this GFP GAN, this one says running on T4. So it will freeze or it will say timeout, or it will show all red, and then you'll see all these crazy numbers across the screen. That means that it ran out. It's no longer usable at that moment. So you just have to take a break, maybe 2 hours, maybe a day, maybe a week. I don't know how long it takes, but you take a break, come back to it, and just check to see if it's usable again. So that's how it works. See, it says right here running on GPU, and that's really what it is. So that's why it has so much power behind it. They're offering it up for free for people to test and play with it. So they're giving you a teaser, but the graphics that you're generating is yours. But you also have to know that there's a licensing with all of this AI art that you have to follow, and you have to follow the rules as to what the licensing is. It means that you can't really go crazy trying to create stuff that will infringe upon other people's likeness. So if you like trying to create celebrity art or something like that, it's not recommended to use celebrities to generate and then try to use it in a commercial manner, because that's their likeness, things like that. So there's different rules that you have to abide by. But besides that, let me just jump in and show y'all folks how to create using it. So I'm gonna scrap this one, gonna hit the reload button, and it brings it back to how you would see it when you first got on it. So say you just now got to this FineTuned Diffusion page, and now you want to know how to use it. So you have all this stuff up here. It talks about demo for multiple fine-tuned stable diffusion models. And then it says trained on different styles. So this is where it has a huge impact, because it's trained. This model is trained. Remember I talked about the model, the AI model has been trained. Well, this model is trained on massive scaled data sets. So whoever put it together, they know of all these different data sets that are AI art powered. So all of these right here that you see: Arcane, Archer, Elden Ring, Spider-Verse, Modern Disney, Classic Disney, so on and so forth. They also have Midjourney version 4 style, Waifu, Pokemon, Pony Diffusion, Robo Diffusion, Cyberpunk Anime, and Tron Legacy, and then there's other stuff. So it's trained on all of these data sets and all of these styles of AI art capabilities. So with that being said, when you choose which one you want, so you can go to the model here, see it says model, and you can choose which one. So I'm going to choose Midjourney version 4 style. So it's just like a drop arrow. So when you utilize that, it gives you some serious impact, some serious power. Now, everything on the right is advanced options. So you don't really have to play with it if you don't want to, because it's set up by default for the average user, for someone who doesn't know how to use it. So you can just type in right here where it says enter prompt, and it says style applied automatically. Just enter something in there that you want it to generate. So let me just talk, let's see, bunny, rabbit, catching a fish in its mouth. I don't know. I'm just using my imagination to see if it can generate this. So bunny rabbit catching a fish in its mouth at a lake. I don't know. I'm just randomly coming up with something. So once you come up with whatever you want it to create, you just hit the generate button. So we're going to do it by default. The width and the height is set by 512 by 512 pixels. So if you want to change the width and the height, you can do that. So let's do like 900. I don't know. 912. So 512 by 912. So this is going to come out to be like a scale of a portrait image for more like a smartphone. So we're going to hit generate and see what it does. So you got to wait a little while. It processes. If hold on, let me see. Yeah, so it goes through its processing, and there we go. It is actually not too bad. The fish looks like it's already been eaten. So it tossed the fish on the floor. It's not eating it in its mouth. But I do notice that the ears, it has some issues with the ears. So we got ears in the stomach zone. And then over here, this looks like it had a fish in its hand, and the fish head is dropping onto the floor, I guess. And it has a baby bunny behind it on the side. Really interesting, but it does appeal to my senses. So I can take this graphic and go and change it. I can go and get rid of the ears if I wanted to and fix that part. So let's do that. Let's just take this graphic and just play with it. So we're going to go right click and save image as. And then we're going to go save it to my animals folder and call it rabbit. Now, in terms of organization on your computer, you can put it anywhere you want, but I recommend for you to put all this stuff in your pictures folders on your computer and create subfolders for each of your content styles that you're trying to create, or genres / whatever you want to come up with. Reason being is when you want to get back to it, it's easy for you to track and it's easy for you to bounce in and out of different tools. All right, so now we're going to come back over here. Not really concerned too much with this graphic. Actually, I'll just leave it so I can go back to it in the future. So if you want to do that, you can go up to the web browser. If you're using Google Chrome web browser, which I recommend for all this stuff, you can go up, right click at the top area of the tab and then duplicate. Or you can right click and then new tab to right. You can send it to the right. When you do a new tab though, it will leave Runway and it will default to your default web browser. So it goes to Google. So that one I don't use. I just use duplicate and it pretty much opens up a new page on the same exact page that I was working on. All right, so now we're gonna go upload the image. So we go to the left of the screen. And by the way, we're back on runwayml.com. And now I'm gonna find that bunny rabbit and bring it in here. So what the aim is basically is to use the eraser tool and then build upon the bunny's texture and make it look more like what I wanted it to look. So we're gonna go get that add brush strokes and increase the size a little bit and just erase just the ear part right there and right there. All right, so we'll just put fix for, I don't know, but over here it's not going to fix the fur. It's probably going to build and construct what it sees in terms of like this looks like a tree, shrubs or something like that, I'm not sure. And then it got water in the background because it's at a lake. So we'll go and grab the cursor. By grabbing the cursor, you can move the frame. So you got to move the frame in place. As long as the highlighted frame is lower than the area that you stroked over, that you tried to erase, you should be able to work this. Then we're going to hit generate and we're going to scroll up to make sure that the frame does not go outside the graphic, because all I want to do is fix these areas here. So we hit generate and let's see what it does. Now you also could use another tool that Runway hosts. It's known as erase and replace, and it should work the same. But as you can see, it fixed it. So it got rid of those ears and it also built and reconstructed the graphic how it should look based on what I wanted it to look like. So there you go. Now this graphic is completed. I don't really have to do anything else to it. But if I want to build more to it, I can do that. So if say I wanted to extend it, Let's go hit accept, and then just drag it over a little bit. Say I don't like the actual sizing too much, and I want it to be a little bit more larger on the width side. Then all I'll do is put complete. Type in complete, and then hit generate. And then it will try to complete everything else over here. Now, one tip I gave in my last live stream for folks to know is don't move the frame too far out. So what I mean by that, let me just look into this to see if I like every little option that it gives, or if I only want certain things. I don't want that one. That's number 4. So I think I'm going to keep the first one. This looks pretty decent. I'm going to hit accept. So what I meant by that is when you take the frame and drag it out, don't drag it out too far. If you drag it out too far, it's going to go and create all this wild looking stuff that doesn't match your graphic. So try to keep it short. Don't go too far out of the main graphic. Now, the whole purpose of having the frame within the graphic zone is that it scans and probes. So the AI scans and probes how the graphic looks, the contours, details, etc. And then it basically approximates what it needs to reconstruct besides what you choose to type in the text area. So we're going to hit generate. Let's see what it does here. So this should fix that area in that part that I was working on. And now it's trying to build certain things that maybe I don't like, or maybe I do like. So let me see what else they have there. Interesting. It looks like it's building a character there. Some kind of something. That definitely looks interesting. So let me use the back arrow if I don't like it, but I'm going to accept it and go in and see what else it builds, because it looks like it's building something unique in there. So I'm going to hit generate. So it's going to utilize the data that it has here and then try to match what it's building. Whoa. What is that? That looks like a cat. At first, it looked like a human. Let's go on a little bit further. That looks weird. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to cancel it because this looks like the back of a human. All right, so I've seen enough. I'll go back, eradicate it, generate again. So you can go back. That's the thing that's powerful, way more powerful now that they have the back or undo option. And they also have a redo option. So you can go back and forth and really, really, really fine tune it. Talking about fine tuned. So we're going to hit accept. I like that one. We're going to go up and then finish it. And that should be a finished product, because I wanted something that had a nice width that would fit for a smartphone. And this is decent enough. So I could share it. If I wanted to share it on Instagram, it would work for Instagram. See what I'm saying? So your imagination is key in constructing exactly what you want to detail and what you want it to detail. So it's up to you, you know what I mean? So you just go in and you tell it, and it should go in and then do exactly what you wanted it to do. I think that's what makes these AI art tools super, super duper powerful, because for you to be able to guide it using prompts and stuff like that and get exactly what you want, this takes it to another level, because it's not just like super random. This is not random. This is detailed. Like, it goes into fine-tuned details and you tell it exactly what you need. And then using like the infinite image thing from Runway, you can go even further. So let me just build some more on the base, and then I think I should be good. So I'm just going to go a little bit further down because I want it to be more vertical. Generate. And I was just stunned that just a single word like complete would help it to build even more accurate and more detailed. You see how accurate it is? all this stuff matches. So for me to find that kind of keyword or that kind of prompt detail, and so simple, it's something very simple and it works. So I don't have to go crazy trying to tell it every little thing that I want it. It just does it on its own. And it looks around in the surroundings, and then it goes and comes up with what is something that's reasonable. And this should finalize my job here. So now I'm done with the art. See, so now I got a fully fledged art piece that might work out for me in some other level, in some other scale, wherever I want to use it. So now that I'm done, I can send it to my assets. But actually, let me hit accept because I like it. You go over here to the left of the screen. I don't know if you can't really see. I don't know if you can see this little mouse gesture, but the mouse is turned into a tiny hand on the left of the screen, and it says save to assets. So I click that, and then it says importing export or image exporting. Then it says image added to assets, save to Mike's workspace on the right side, lower right side of the screen. And then I can download it with the next button under it to the left of the screen where it says save to assets. I can go to download and then download that back to the location where I got it from. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save it over this one. Just override it because I don't like the original image as much as I like this newer image because it's much more accurate. So now you see the potential, and that's how I was able to get this kind of stuff. So with this was more of an evolution in understanding what I had to prompt. So I'll give y'all folks a giveaway on this. The prompt that I used is UHD, which means ultra high definition. I also use Octane render to get a very high quality render, and I put 300 DPI. This is more like the pixel stuff, details. And then 64 megapixels. This is also detailing in the pixel quality. So that way I can get a graphic that is super high quality. Then I put concept car, put a comma, concept car, and then comma, futuristic tires on fire. So when I put this futuristic tires on fire, I wanted the tires to have little flames on it, just for, just to add a little spice. But for some reason, when you add that, the AI art tool tends to add flames wherever it wants to. So it seemed like, it's, I don't know, burning up a ceiling or something like that above it. I thought that really does stand out. That's interesting because it creates more of like a mood and a feel for the graphic. And it shows that this is a hot graphic. You know what I'm saying? Like it has that kind of, it's a little swag, that swag effect it adds to the graphic. That's what I think. So it's pretty powerful and potent. But if I put like futuristic tires and then put on fire and I hit generate, it's not going to look like this. So let's hit generate so you can see. Hopefully it goes in and it works. And again, I'm using the Midjourney style. So look at this. Wow, this is really odd looking. Looks like a futuristic, I'm not even sure what type of car it is. It's definitely a futuristic looking thing, but I think it kind of messed up. So sometimes the AI art does do that. But imagine this, a car actually looked like this. This would be really crazy. So yeah, it's having a little issue with that, but I'm not worried about it. It's all good. So what we'll do, we'll just reduce the width a little bit. It's probably having issues with the width. And that's why I built this extra portion of it. So let's go and generate again. So AI art tools is a hit or miss most of the time. So you have to just keep trying until you get something really solid. If you get something amazing on the first go around, then you're extremely lucky. And you see what it did? This is very, very ultra high quality. Look at that. So I'm not sure if the ultra high quality comes from what I put up here, but why not try it? Put it into your text prompt and see what it can generate. But I do know for sure that this Midjourney 4 style is what's helping it for sure to come out with this higher quality look, because this looks real. This doesn't look like a drawing or a painting or like an artist made it. This looks like a real car. It's just the pixel quality is kind of lower than what you can really do with a more like in photography with a professional camera or a video camera. So we're gonna go save image as. We'll go into my AI hot rods and I'll add it as one of my archived images. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this and build upon it, just like y'all folks saw with the rabbit. So we're gonna reset the rabbit, get it out of there. We're gonna go in, bring the hot rod in, go down and open it. And there it is. So now we can build upon this graphic. And it's gonna, I'm telling you, it's gonna look really, really potent. So we're gonna put complete. Now this time I'm gonna do complete street instead of just type complete, because now I want to be more specific, because the street has an angle and it's a really stylized graphic. Like it looks like if it was a camera person who took this photo, if that was in a real world, they would be at an angle, like taking it at an angle. So since it's angled, I want to really be more specific, because sometimes the AI art with angles, it doesn't work too well. So we're gonna hit generate, but it still might work if I just put complete. So let's see what it does. And it's still having a little issue. So it looks like it put cobblestone street, but you scroll down a little bit and then we want to see if it can go in and fix that. All right, so we having issues. It's not really looking that good. We're going to cancel that. And the reason why I think it's doing that is because I went too far down with the frame. So let me just pull it up a little bit and just go one more time, or maybe 2 or 3 more iterations. We'll see. So you just got to keep going hard at it, and then eventually you'll get what you want. There you go. So I moved it up. See, so once you move it up, it tends to fix and go exactly to what you wanted it to do. So now I can go in and get a little bit more details if I wanted to. So this gives more details than this one, and it's more color in it. So you can work with whatever you want as long as the graphic matches. But the only problem with this one is that we're getting the street to look really kind of not too good. So you may want to stick with the lesser quality one and the one that matches a little better. Depends on how you want it to look. So I'll go with this one. So now we're going to go to the left and do the same thing, not build too much on it. And we'll just leave it at complete street. It's going to detect what's all this stuff over here. So it's going to try to build the city at the same angle. Also, it looks like a car back here behind it. There it goes. So it built this part of the city, built the car, and also added the street. So let's go more towards the left, and then we're going to build a little bit towards the right. So we're going to definitely accept this one. I think that's the one I want, because if I go for the other ones, they are not looking that great. Usually I can tell if the first image looks really, really good, you should go for it. So we're going to hit accept, move it over a little bit, hit generate again, and it will complete that out. So it looks like it's putting a tree in a way, but sometimes you may have placed the vehicle in a parking zone or something where there's shrubs or trees. So that's pretty decent. That's not too bad. But you want to look through all of them and see if you want to change it up. So if I don't want the tree in a way, we'll cancel it, and then I'll just erase the tree. So let's just erase all the remnants of the tree and increase the stroke a little bit. Could be a bush. I don't know if it's a tree or a bush, but we'll just erase all the remnants of it and then get rid of as much as you can of it. it's going to go in and still try to fix the car. So don't worry too much about the car. And then we'll go hit generate. There we go. So now we got other stuff to contend with. We have this in a way, it looks like it doesn't want to complete the car for some reason. So that's fine. So if you want to erase this, then you just keep going and building so that you can have multiple cars in view. And I think that's pretty stylish to have multiple cars in view, because usually like this looks like a parking spot. How would a parking spot be having something in front and in back? That doesn't make sense. So you have to think about things like that. Now I hit the arrow key just to see if it will work and do it on its own, and it did. So another iteration has that unblocked, so it has the car completed. Another one has a street pole, and then another one, this car doesn't look that stylish. Looks kind of doofy. I like this one, so I'm gonna hit accept, and we will move it over towards the right. Not go too, don't go too far out. Hit generate, and we'll see what else we can do. So yeah, I'm telling you folks, this stuff is just, to me, this is mind-blowing. The possibilities are endless in terms of what you can come up with. Now this looks weird because it looks like a blur is going on back there, which I don't really want. Looks like there's a car behind it as well. So it seems like these are cars lined up and ready to go on the street. If there's a car behind it, or maybe this is valet parking or something like that. I'm not sure, but let's go and move it and see what else we got. So now it looks like this is a busy street here, the way it looks here, but this is in a blur. So maybe they're moving, and this, somebody took a photo and got a really cool shot. So I'm not sure. So yeah, let me cancel that. And I'm going to get rid of this thing back there because it looks like there's something back there that I didn't notice. So we'll just get rid of that. Bam, bam, bam. That's out of the way. And also I want to get rid of that text because it looks like some text is up there. Some kind of writing. And now we'll hit generate and we should be good. So all those little fine details you probably want to work on for whatever your graphic is doing, just kind of like scan and probe and see what you need to get rid of. So yeah, this is starting to look better, and it definitely looks like a busy street. And that's not a problem because it could be like a bend in the street right here where the cars are turning. So that realism definitely is there. We can build, but we could try to build like a tunnel here and make it look like they came out of a tunnel. Let me see if I could do that. So actually, before I do that, let's see. All right, so I like this. Cars are lined up. They're not too blurry. That's not bad. I don't like this one. And this definitely isn't what I want because it looked like a tire that's in there in the wrong angle and it's nothing connected to it. That's not reasonable. This is better, so that way I don't have to build a tunnel, and it definitely looks like it's a busy street. So we'll hit accept, and we'll build just a little bit more to the right so that this one, actually this one is centered pretty good, but I want it to be a little bit more wider. So maybe I could use it as a YouTube thumbnail image or whatever. So hit generate. Extend it out a little bit more to the right and then a little bit to the left, and I'll be done with the graphic. Then I'll take it and bring it over to the GFP GAN so y'all folks can see how to upscale. So let's see, hit accept. I like that. And we're going to drag the frame over a little bit and generate one more time. That might be too wide, but too wide is okay because you can trim the edges on both right and left as you see fit. And that looks great. That definitely looks like something that I would like to use. Now I might want to put like for festive stuff, put like a Christmas tree here. It might take away a little bit from the more of the theme, which is this main guy in the middle. I want people to look at that, but you never know. That might be able to add to your graphic if you doing stuff for like the holidays. You can probably decorate the whole scene, make it like Christmassy, and make it really unique. That's up to you. But with this AI art tool, it's possible. You can just go in and just do whatever you see fit. This one looks like it has a little bike in there. I don't know if I want that one. I'm gonna use this one. Hit accept, and this should be good because this is centered in the dead center of the graphic. I don't think I need more street. Yeah, I think this is good. So other than that, I'm gonna go in and save it to my assets, and then I'm gonna go in and try to scale it up. So we're gonna download it, and we will bring it into here. Call it EN for enhanced, ENH or whatever. And then we will go to the GFP-GAN tool, and hopefully this works. So what I learned in terms of this, since it's always running all the time and people are using it, what you want to do is just reload the page every time you get to it, especially if you didn't use it in a long time. So we're going to hit reload. I'll try to give y'all folks the link to this as well. I neglected to put the link for this one, but I'll put the link in the video's description area and try to get that for y'all folks so you can get to this page. So let me see. I got my live stream here. Let me just put it in the live stream real quick. Put it, let's see, GFP-GAN. I'll put it at the bottom. GFP-GAN upscaler tool. And then paste it. And then I have to put it on Facebook as well. But I don't know if I'm gonna put it on Facebook right now. All right, so that's done. Let's go back and see if it's up and running. And it seems like it's taking a little while because maybe a lot of people's on it. So look, C504 gateway timeout. So I'm not able to use it at this moment. So I'll just use another upscaler that I have on my computer. I just want to see what it's going to look like. So here goes my other upscaler known as Real ESR-GAN. It's almost the same name. And I'm going to go in through the AI hot rods on my computer and then go for the one that I saved. And this is going to upscale it. Here we go. This is the finished product. Pretty dope. Now it does look a little blurry, but that's probably because it scaled it too far out. And the graphic was already enhanced. It already did look really good. So sometimes when you scale, you're gonna lose some of the quality that you're looking for. So it depends on what type of upscaler you're using as well. So the upscaler that I use is super powerful. So it's not gonna bring the quality like this, like the GFP-GAN can do. So you got to be careful which type of upscaler you choose. So yeah, what's up? What's going on? Oh, so what do you need? Oh, okay. I'm gonna time this out and then we'll work on what we gotta do. All right, because I'm doing a live stream right now. I'll time it out. Sorry, folks. Real life is happening at the moment, and I need to do some stuff in the real world. Let me just show you real quick the GFP-GAN before we finish, because it looked like it's working. So let me try to enhance it, and after this, I'll end the live stream. Let's bring it up to about 8 on the scale. So you just move the rescaling factor up. I'm using version 1.4. We're gonna hit submit. and let's hope that it generates a higher scale. Here we go. So it's also known as practical face restoration algorithm, but it can restore old photos and images and scale up anything in terms of an image. So we're going to go in, hold on one second, and find that graphic. We're going to call it 41 up. Actually, that's not the one. Sorry about that. Where is the one? Hold on. It's just a different file name. So it's this one. So we'll call this up. Well, enhanced up. ENH up. And then we have to change it to JPEG and then save it. And then we'll just open it so you can see it. And open with photos. And there we go. So this is how it looks scaled up. And it's still a little blurry. But I could deal with it. It's not too bad. I might actually use the original. I'm not sure. But it didn't require to be upscaled. I just like to upscale my graphics just to see how much more in terms of quality I can get. So this is just full blown on my computer. Y'all folks on your phone probably see it with much better quality, but I see it. It doesn't look that great in terms of blurriness, but it's okay. So this is how it would probably look on your phone. To me, I can see it looks still looks really good over here. But other than that, I'm out of here. Joe love and peace to all. Mike Pugh signing off. I gotta go. We're having a little emergency at home and stuff like that. You know, things that happen. But other than that, I'll see y'all folks next time. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share my stuff socially if you feel it's going to impact people in a positive manner. I'll see you in my next videos, so on and so forth. Peace. And thanks a lot for showing up, folks, for Facebook fam and for YouTube.